Hi everybody, it's Colette Baron-Reid. I'm so excited to be here today. We just finished Oraclepalooza Virtual. What an amazing event that was. And we decided that we are going to offer you guys a 3-part video series of all the highlights of the event, especially if you couldn't make it. It's going to be really valuable for you to attend this series, and it is totally free. And it's the 3 most important things that are in my spiritual toolkit that I talked about over the weekend. And then we're going to have a live, really cool workshop on the 12th in the evening at 7 p.m. So stay tuned, take a look at the links that are here and the emails or whatever. But anyhow, I'm going to get moving on the reading. Are you coming to me now, Mark? No. Okay. So you never know if he's going to show up on camera or not. He always surprises me. Okay, this is for Aries, and we're looking at Aries. We are looking at Yin, Unfinished Symphony, and To Be Fair in the protection position. So this is a really interesting non-action reading for you, Aries. So Yin is always about allowing. This is a reception card, a card of intuitive receptivity as opposed to action forward. Unfinished Symphony is kind of cleaning up loose ends, basically. And then the To Be Fair card, when it's in protection, is you actually realizing that not everything is going to be completed or fair, or there's the kind of understanding of the lack of balance that you might be witnessing either in other people's lives, your life, projects you're working on, or whatever. It's kind of, again, the whole reading here is about sewing up loose ends and just taking care of what needs to be done at the end of something, which makes sense when my husband, since he's an Aries, and we we have lots to still take care of since the Oraclepalooza Virtual. But anyway, that's not all of you, Aries. Here we go. Let's look at Taurus. Now, Taurus, you are not running out of time. Look at this. So, little Taurus, you need a hug this week, Taurus. This is about the sense of, oh my God, I'm running out of time, and trying to get things off the ground quicker than is possible. Also wondering, when is it appropriate to take a risk? It's not this week, okay? It's a slow down. Nothing is going to be taken away from you that wasn't 100% yours. The fates are in the protection position as well, too, which really indicates sometimes where you feel powerless, right? That doesn't mean this is bad. You can actually work with this energy by slowing down, by saying, you know what, this isn't the week for me to take a risk, and let me just be in the observer and watch what happens, as opposed to trying to force something, because you don't know what the universe or even your soul has in store for you. We all have a map. We all have that cosmic blueprint, but it gets revealed to us, and it's always in relationship to the world at large as well. So this is a really good week. If I had these cards, I'm like, I think I'm just going to take a little vacay from all the things I think I need to do and just kind of see how they roll. Okay, so not a whole lot of activity is suggested for Taurus this week, other than kind of cleaning things up and slowing down. Now, I forgot how stiff these cards are. These are Wisdom of the Oracle. I missed you. This is the card deck that I teach with in Oracle School, which I think is starting soon. So exciting. Now, let's take a look and see for Gemini. So it's an interesting thing for Gemini, because this week we have exchanging gifts and protection, and we are in that Leo season, right? And we just did that whole full moon thing about releasing what stands in the way of exchanging our gifts with the world. And so for the Gemini personality this week, this is, again, that unfinished symphony, looking at the things that had to die in order for you to have really good mulch in your field of dreams. So it is a lot about letting go this week for you, Geminis, and trusting that, again, finishing what needed to be completed before you move on to the next thing, and realizing that some things are not meant to be for you, and recognizing when that is actually good for you, even in the moment where you think, wow, that really sucks. Something more appropriate for you or better for you where you're at is on its way or in front of you, and you just can't see it just yet, right? So it just, again, slowing down, That seems like everybody's doing some unfinished business so far, the first 3 signs. Now let's look at Cancerians, which is moi. Let's see. Okay, here we go. Cancers. Between worlds, you're not there yet. It's okay. Oh, this is awesome. Okay, so, I liken this to a painting that I've been doing, which is in layers, right? And so I'm like, I look at it and go, ew, but it's not done because the other layers haven't been placed upon it yet. So if you, Cancerians, are in that ew place, like, why isn't it working? It's just layers that that you are experiencing for your life. Stay loyal to your dream, Cancers. And recognize that you have a partnership with Spirit. You are this really rich creative time and you are co-creating with others. You don't do anything alone. And also to trust the community and the people that surround you that are in your corner. And there's no rush to get there. It's like, are we there yet? Is not what you should be saying, little Cancers, this month. I'm going to take my own advice. I have found these to be so uncannily accurate. Well, I wouldn't do them if they weren't accurate, but I remember when I first started playing around with this with the astrology, I was thinking, is this working? And it was like, oh my God, that's so accurate. And I love hearing from you guys when you write after the week, right? And you say, oh my God, looking back at the week, this is what I saw. So, or this is what I'm working on right now. Here's for Leo. Again, don't take any risks. Aw, so this is really interesting. You know what's cool about this? You might have moments where you think, nobody loves me. And they do. Right? So there's this like influx of love and opportunities coming into the Leo who might be, I don't know, temporary looking at a kind of a sense of feeling a little off the mark this week, but you're not off the mark at all. And so it's an interesting thing about looking back into your life and seeing where you felt different, alone, on the fringe, not belonging, etc. This is a lot about belonging. And this is about also making your own way, your own community, your own people. I always say that my world is filled with misfits and mystical pirates, right? So because, hey, I've been living at the corner of Fringe and Main forever, which is going to be part of my podcast coming up in the fall. Anyhow, so again, Leos, not the time to take risks. It's really do what you know. Do what you know. Trust you're weird. Let your freak flag fly, Leos, this week. And Treasure Island is swimming right your way. It's facing you, looking right at you and going like, wow, just be you, because that is what is going to be the sense of your wealth to offer the world. Okay, that's awesome. So, Virgo, let's go. Virgo. Eye of the Storm. Awesome. Beautiful. Oh, interesting. Okay, so you have 3 cards in the protection position, Virgo. This week, you're already in. I love chaos and conflict because it means things are going to change. And it's really our description of them. Is chaos a bad thing? No, divine chaos is a good thing. Is conflict a bad thing? No, it's a difficult thing. And it can be internally, like we have the inner conflict of letting go our old self, because we don't know who the new one is, and the little goblins inside go, no, I don't trust you yet, right? That kind of thing. Or it could be outer world reminding us, but here you're really good because it's already been happening and you're in a good place. You're right in the center of the storm, which is exactly where we all want to be. Nothing happening too fast. TikTok's in protection. That's okay. You're not running out of time. And the fates are also in protection. So if something looks like it's not working that you had in mind for this week, who cares? Honest to God, it doesn't matter. It's just really stay in that center of the storm and have a party in there. It's just literally both and manage the week. So I am going to read for Libra now. Libra. Deep knowing, trust your intuition. Oh yeah, if it looks too good to be true, it is. And radical reinvention. That's interesting because that's kind of that is what we talked about at Oracle Palooza Virtual. We talked about radical reinvention was really an important topic over the weekend because that is exactly where all of us are in right now. And Libra personalities particularly are. But this is a week where you have to be careful not to buy into somebody else's sales, like a pitch in a way. Like we talk about if it's pitchy to you, if it doesn't feel right in your body, that's my point. So I'll give you an example. I signed up for something online. It was was the best page, the best everything. It was so engaging and whatever. And I went, yes, I want this. And they say, do you want this? Yes, I do. And at the end of it, I was like, what the hell did I do that for? Because my body was going like, nah, but boy, the other part of me was like, yeah, that's cool. So think for yourself this week, Libras. Think for yourself. Don't do something because you think somebody else wants you to do it. That's going to be the key piece here. If somebody else wants you to do something that doesn't feel right in your body, don't do it. That's basically what it is. And I think this has to come from, rather than it's coming from the internet, it's more coming from friends and family, right? This feels very much like in my close circles because all of the little elephants are kind of connected to their tails. So it's in the close quarters of who you already know. Friends, family, like don't let anybody basically kind of convince you to do something, it doesn't feel right to you, right? It's like, that's why I believe like being in the center of the bridge is the best place to be because not everybody's going to make the same decisions about the same things. And even though there's pressure to all of us to follow along like lemmings, choose for yourself and not Libra specifically. Don't people please this week. Okay, now let's take a look at Scorpio. Also, okay, Scorpio, look at that. You saw how well I shuffled those cards, and we have the same two cards, and then we have peace and protection. So Scorpio, kind of the same as Libra, right? Maybe you have the same friends. If it's too good to be true, it is. Be your radical self. I think in this case, you're going to be able to go slap. I don't want it, right? I think the Scorpio is going to have no problem saying no at all this week because you want peace at all costs. And we're like, that doesn't feel good. No, I'm not. So I think we should all follow the Scorpio personality this week that knows how to say no, and you don't even have to say it nicely. That's what this is, okay? No, not for me. All right. What an interesting week. Interesting week. Man, love it. Okay. Now I'm shuffling these really well. I'm shuffling really, really well. We know that I am. I know that there is a theme, isn't there, for everybody this week? Okay, here and now and protection, peace and protection. Again, a never-ending story. Wow. Okay, can't make this up. Sagittarius. All right, don't future pace. Don't go, oh my God, what if this doesn't happen? What if, right? Like, don't do that. Same thing like, oh, before it was better. You will rob yourself of your peace if you behave like that. Stay in the now. The never-ending story here is also what happens to us. We lose our peace when we start to listen to the old tapes in us that tells us that whatever is in front of us is the same as our original trauma or difficulty. And not everybody's in trauma. Not everybody can say, oh yeah, I've had trauma, but some of us can. And so this is saying, hey, this is not the truth of what's happening. I may be temporarily invited back into observing or feeling those feelings from the past, but they aren't real, right? Remember this part, the here and now and protection? So they're real to you because they live in your body. So this is saying if you want peace, let this go. Let it go as quickly as you can, or at least be conscious of it and recognize, oh yeah, isn't that interesting? That was from my past. That's come up again for me to take a look at. How interesting. That's one of the lines we say. That's interesting is our favorite line in my school. That's interesting. Look at that. Look at that. As opposed to like, I feel like this. Okay. Capricorn. Let's see. Capricorn. Aha. Okay. So what you thought you wanted, that you thought was ready, that you thought could be back again for you, that you could reclaim something, is not happening this week. And it doesn't have to happen. You're not ready is what it's saying. So whatever it is that you've been fixated on to somehow get closure on or more understanding with, et cetera, that's not happening for you this week, and it doesn't have to happen for you this week. So let it go is basically the best way for you to run this week, is to say, you know what? It's not happening for me this week. Doesn't mean it won't ever happen. It just means this week your plans will change. Okay? Lots of protection cards for all of us this week. So let's take a look at Aquarius. Aquarius. Chop wood. Peace. Oh, good for you. You're managing. Oh, that's cool. Don't do anybody else's work for them is basically what this is about. For you, Aquarius, don't take anybody else's inventory. Don't look at somebody else and say what they should be doing. Basically, stick to your own counsel for your own life and you'll be good. Your peace of mind will come when you surrender your opinions and judgments of others and bring it back to you. And also to innovate. Aquarius is the innovator of the zodiac. Like, you are the one that you are ruled by the planet Uranus, right? So Uranus is acting on your behalf, and you are kind of busting a move with some new ways of doing things for you. Okay, so remember what is best for you, what's unique to you, what's different for you is, and what's evolving and emerging for you is all you should be thinking about this week, as opposed to sticking your nose in anyone else's business. Oh boy, most of my Aquarius friends don't do that, but unless they do and I don't know. Okay. Pisces is going. Oh, leave behind. Look at this. This is really interesting. So Pisces, I'm going to go in the center card first, because in the center card, this is you comparing yourself to other people, which is a huge trap. Right? The comparison where you are to where someone else is a surefire way of making yourself super insecure and triggering yourself, basically. So you must refrain from behaving like that and being inside enemy lines when you're thinking like that. Don't compare yourself to anybody. What is yours is yours. What somebody else's, theirs is theirs, right? If anything, if you see somebody more successful than you, and there's always going to be somebody younger, more successful, thinner, happier, or at least it'll look like that. You'll always find that. Doesn't matter, right? You have to go towards your dream, your vision for your life, and not worry about what anybody else is doing. All right, this is really important for you, Pisces, this week. Okay, what an interesting week. Don't forget, next week on the 9th, we're dropping those awesome videos. You can sign up this Wednesday. Mark's going to try and tell me to tell that. Are you going to come over here, Mark, and tell us this? Is it? Or am I got it wrong?
No, you have it completely right, because yesterday for the video, I kind of really messed it up, and I wasn't really there. I needed more coffee and everything, but I'm all topped up now. So, do you want to read this? Can you read that?
I can. I just finished our amazing event. Yes, I did. Oraclepalooza Virtual. And if you missed it, or if you want to recap and you want to relive the experience, because you're like, I really wish you would do that again. I'm doing it again. So I want you to join me for a 3-part free workshop. Hello. I will be releasing August 9th to 12th. It is called Get the Top 3 Must-Haves. From Colette's Spiritual Toolkit. It's very tiny.
Reverse it then. Again.
Get the top 3 must-haves from Colette's Spiritual Toolkit. Anyway, just come. It's really good. Okay. Yeah. All the mystical insight and spiritual practices. And I'm very practical. Most of you know that I'm very woo, but I'm also very down to earth. I'm not like head in the clouds, castles in the air. Although I do talk about that, but I make sure we know how to be grounded about all that stuff. So you want to trust your unique journey and claim your higher purpose. And all of us, we're past that midpoint of the year. It's time. It's a fabulous time to reset before we get into September. We will be sharing the top takeaways from Oraclepalooza Virtual over 3 days with a bonus live workshop. Yes, indeed. August 13th.
What? No, August 12th.
It's August 12th. They made a mistake. See? You did it again. August 12th, we're having our own personal Mercury retrograde right here, right now, at 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Let's get back to that. It is August the 12th. Is that a Thursday or a Wednesday? What date is it? It's a Thursday. You better check. Go check.
Yeah. No,
check,
it is.
check.
It is. Oh, what are you going to talk about?
No, it is because it was Friday the 13th, remember? And we're staying in a hotel so that we can do this for these guys. Remember that?
Right.
Yes, we are. We're going to stay in a hotel just for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
This live event again.
This live event.
Big production.
We do a big production again. We rent a television studio just for you. We're going to do nice and fancy schmancy. So we make sure that it gets to you in the best shape possible.
Where's the calendar?
Okay, calendar is here.
Hold on. Okay. It's on a Thursday night, everyone.
Okay.
Hey, Siri, open my calendar.
Oh my God, he needs more. I need to give you more coffee also today.
Yes, I do.
Maybe it's because I'm wearing the same clothes.
Yes.
And you're confused.
Listen, they know we're recording these both on the same day.
I know, but it's...
Appointments about give you more coffee also today. Yes, and you're confused in the next 3 months.
Thank you, Siri. Thank you, Siri. That was very nice of you. Okay, it's there. It's on a Thursday night, and it's the 12th. It's 9, 10, 11, and the video's on the 12th, okay?
That's too funny. Okay, we have to say goodbye now.
Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, YouTube, subscribe to my channel. I know you want to. Just slap that thing and then it comes up and you know what to do and that all happens. And I'd love to see your comments. That's really cool too. And give me a thumbs up. That would be amazing. And I will see you, I hope to see you soon.